today's video is all about AI, the new features, so let's get started on AI and the features within it and how to create AI generated images. And my initial opinion on AI in Adobe Illustrator, which is what I'm looking at, is I'm a little bit skeptical, to tell you the truth, and I'm just, from a graphic design point of view, creating really sort of quality graphics, I don't quite think it's there yet in terms of the type of stuff it does, but I'll show you how you use it and how you operate it. It's not quite for me, to tell you the truth, but I'm an old school sort of chap, and I do like to create innovative graphic design from, reference points like you've got on screen here, to make great stuff. So what I've got on the screen is some amazing work by Mike Perry. So Mike Perry is an amazing graphic illustrator, and I don't think you can recreate this in AI. So if you look at Mike Perry's work, it's very colourful, it's very vibrant, and there's a lot of depth to his work in terms of the colours and the cultural iconic elements that he uses within his work. And you can argue this kind of stuff you could probably generate in AI, but is it the same, and does it look the same, and does it have the same feel? That's definitely questionable and debatable. Do respond in the comments whether you agree or disagree, but from my point of view, I don't think you can make amazing work like this that Mike Perry makes with AI. So let me just do a little demonstration and show you the features of AI. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a box, okay? So I'm just going to make a box next to these two images, and I'm just going to drop that there, okay? So at the moment, there's nothing in that box. So when I select that box, I've got like a white box around it, well, a white fill around it. So this is, if you use Illustrator before, it's got a white fill. There's nothing in this at the moment. It's just a fill. So when you select the box, you'll get this AI generator tab come up. And in your properties, you will have some features come up as well. So if I select this box and I click on this tab here, and I click on this cog here, I can then, sorry, not that tab, I take that back. If I click on this one and I choose an asset, so choose an asset, and I click on this Mike Perry picture. Now what that's done, it has selected that asset, okay? So whatever I make, it's going to use that as a reference, okay? So that's now got a little tick on it. If I click on this, it will give me what I want to make. I want to make a subject, icon, a scene. So I'm going to go for a scene. And if I click on this, it'll give me a visual of what I've just put in. So I've got icon, I've got subject or scene. Okay, so here you would put a little create an illusion of a real fantasy, shall we say, Iron Man. Okay, so I'm going to put Iron Man, and then here you've got colors, so you can have like different color tones, warm, etc. And you've got styles as well. So that's my style, which is the Mike Perry illustration, which is my reference, which I've attached within AI as a reference point. So all I do is click generate, and then what AI will do is it will look at my image reference, pick all the things that I've sort of told it to do, and then it will make an image in response to this Mike Perry reference, and that's doing its thing. Okay, so now obviously you need good Wi-Fi for this, so like mine's taking a little bit of time, and it will generate now an image. And there's my image. Okay, so from where you're probably sitting, you probably think that's quite decent. From my point of view, I can see a very kind of like generalized stock type image graphic design. So I don't particularly like this, because I feel like it's the kind of thing, if you've been in graphic design for a long time, and you started off doing graphics maybe in the 90s, and you got stock books and stock library images, it's that kind of thing. Now that appeals to some people, but when I zoom in, you can see that it's not that refined, and when I look at it, it has a slight level of, it doesn't have the same appeal, human appeal like this does. Okay, it's not quite the same for my liking. So if I zoom out, if I select this now, I can select it now. I've got my properties tab open. If you don't know what that is, go Windows, Properties. Okay, and then in here, you can regenerate that image again. And what that will do is it'll give you alternatives to the image that you've just made. Okay, so this is me just clicking on a tab, putting in some buzzwords, and the software, the AI within the software, is now regenerating that image to make an alternative image of the AI image that it created in the first place. Oh my days, that's too many words for one person. So that's doing its thing. Go away a little bit. And once it's done its thing, it will generate a couple of variations. So there's some variations. Okay, so you can click on it. You can. So if I go back here, you know, I've obviously selected it, and I've got. Like, if I flick through this, I can flick through my images, the ones like alternatives, rather than clicking here. Here you've got a couple of. You know, it's got like you can give it a bit of information, good result, and you can give like AI or Adobe a little bit of feedback. I'm going to leave that because I don't want to do that. If I click here, I can sort of add more detail to the subject. If I click on this little cog, I can go back in and generate something else. So this time I'm going to put in icon, and I'm going to put create a logo for a bank. Let's see what that does. It might do it, it might not. Let's just give it a go. So create a logo for a textbook. So it gives you some prompts as well. So I'm going to maybe go for, I might just stick with that and just generate. And it will generate another image based on what I've said to it. And it will use the same color palette as my reference image. And it will, you know, sort of use a certain style. So there it's coming along. So you can see my preference. There's like a line drawing of this. So give it a couple of moments. And it will do its thing. I'm going to be waiting here all day. And it's almost there. There we go. There we go. So there's my bank logo. Now you can see, like, looking at this logo, it looks like, to me, like stock images, like stock, like, you know, when you go to a logo website and you got those logos, it's not quite the same. So I've got that little graphic, so I can select it, right click it, ungroup it, and I can select it and break it apart as well into components, okay, and move things around like this, and I can take things out if I want as well. So now that is a graphic, and it allows me to sort of play around with it and adjust it to how I want it. And once I've got that, there is also AI, a better generative color as well, which you can apply. And I'll make another video of this in the next video, but I'll just show you this for now. So if I go to recolor, so in my AI tab, if I go to recolor, it will give me this better generative recolor. That's the word I'm looking for. And in here, you've got a color wheel, so you can actually change the color. And you've got generative colors with these little mushrooms. I wonder why they're mushrooms. Maybe they were, well, maybe they were sort of in a mushroom world. But anyway, if I select a mushroom, I could change the color depending on that mushroom style. So there you go. So I could change this color and play around with the colors. And this is all using AI. So I'll go into a little bit more detail in terms of the generative better color features in Adobe Illustrator. But let me know what you think. Do you think that this is as good as Mike Perry's work? I certainly don't think it is. If I can make a comparison, you know, if you guys are graphic artists, you will know how good Mike Perry is. Is this as good as is that little symbol that I made with AI in Adobe Illustrator as good as Mike Perry's very creative, innovative style that this post they made in 2019 with his stamp here? Is it as good as that? My argument is definitely no. Mike Perry kicks ass, and this AI does not do the same type of work that Mike Perry can do. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Thanks for watching this video. Appreciate all the love. See you later.